Joining me from Kigali, Rwanda, Basketball Africa League's Head of Operations, Ruben Boumtje. Ruben, good to have you join us. I know you're a very busy man, so we thank you for your time. Obviously, the BAL team has done a fantastic job organizing a world-class event. Can you take us through the process that made all of this possible?
Yeah, thank you for having me. Excited to be in the program. Um, we have it's a very ambitious project that we have here in Africa to really make the BAL one of the premier league in the world in the next 10 years or so. So, as you know, we're working with our colleague from FIBA to really, put this project together and make it see the light and get it to where we want to get it done. So, I mean, the process right now, we like to say, we are both the league and the teams. We understand that this is a phase of investment for us. So we are helping the teams from various aspects that we possibly can for them to have a elite team, because we need elite team, elite competition in the BAL. We see a lot of engagement around the continent. We see different countries every year coming to the BAL, different teams. And those teams are getting obviously better every year. The level of competition is getting better every year. Our process is, it's fairly simple. It's simple and complicated at the same time, but we want the best, teams in Africa, winners of the league. It's a league of champions, really. We have our own internal process to try to assure that this team is going to be able to participate in the BL. And we just work together. We really work with the teams in various aspects, helping them get to this level. Now with the finals, all the 8 teams participating today. We all worked during the conference, during the road to the BL. I should say that's where we started. And now this is the final product for this year. But a very ambitious project where we're seeing positive results, and that motivate, I think, the entire ecosystem to continue to build this project for long term.
Thank you. I was in Kigali last year, and I thoroughly had a fantastic time watching the games. Hopefully, I'll be there again this year. Inaugural edition in 2021 had 3 groups. Then in 2022 and 2023, the teams were grouped into conferences, and now we have a 3rd conference. What is the critical factor in deciding to increase the number of teams as you have done this year?
Yeah, I mean, this is a Pan-African league for us, so it's very important that we're trying to cover as much as we can the entire continent. That's really the critical factor here for us. As you very well stated, we started with 2 conferences, and then the playoff. Now we are 3. It's part of our innovation. We want to be able to bring the BAL in all area or region of the continent. Now we geographically, we kind of cover 3 areas. Hopefully the next conference will be in a different geographic location for the BAL. But, as part as, even the road to the BAL, that's the appeal there. That's the goal. Bring as many countries in Africa, the one who are, maybe basketball is not the strongest or one of the top sports right now, but our goal is to also bring those countries into the fold, right? We want to see all those young kids across Africa who are so talented from a standpoint and skill standpoint, like to get into basketball, right? We always want to have soccer, obviously, but we want to attract all those young generation for the entire continent. So that's a big motivation for us, because we had sports is an engine for growth, for economic growth on the continent. So we're here to serve the entire continent. It's the Pan-African League, and we have total of 4 conferences this year. As we move forward, we're looking at different scenarios and stuff like that hopefully will help us cover even more areas on the continent.
Okay, there are a number of foreigners and global citizens playing in the league for teams. What are the strategies you're using in employing to further grow the international fan base for this fantastic product you have?
Yeah, it's a great question. It's one of the target actually. Again, it's a Pan African league, but we have a huge diaspora, right? African diaspora all over the world. We want them to be interested. We want them to be part of this entire project. They're critical to us for our success. So, but in league as well, it's important to be open really to the world and trying to bring the best talent to the league. So we had a tweak this year. Traditionally we had every team was allowed to have two, let's say, players from not African origin. We still kept that, and kind of two players, from African origin by at least one parents. We increased it to three. So essentially, teams can have up to four diaspora players, right? Those are kids who may have one or two African parents, but maybe didn't grow up on the continent, right? Or in terms of the one who have no maybe connection to Africa, team can still find ways to get two or three of them when they use a good strategy. So the influence of players outside the continent with a lot of experience only going to help our product. This is happening every league around the world. We want the best possible player that we can. We encourage teams to recruit them, to sign them. I think we're seeing it. We're going to see when the playoffs start to, when the play start today and try the conference. Some new players. I'm sure they're going to help with the level of the competition as well. So we're going to continue to push that, and at the same time, we want our local players to continue to keep and get better. And I think that influx of diaspora foreign players, will only help them in their own games. But this is part of it, of what we're trying to do to really push the entire ecosystem. So I think it's just going to have having those international players, having a diaspora player, going to have a cascading effect into a local pool of local player to push them to work harder and to aim higher and to be better player, which I think long term going to be the key for teams to win the BA championship.